Well, I started skateboarding in 1977 on a plastic little Tupperware skateboard, just gyrating around in my backyard, and then started bombing this like 25-foot tall hill and wiped out and loved it ever since. My name is Jason Selfie, and I'm president of Comet Skateboards.
My first real involvement in the green movement was with the nonprofit that I'm president of now. My name's Bob Rossi. I do web development and community relations and some marketing for Comet Skateboards. I'm also the president of the Green Resource Hub of the Finger Lakes. The Green Resource Hub is a nonprofit focused on enhancing the marketplace for sustainable living.
I graduated from Cornell in 1992 with a natural resources degree, and I was looking for ways to apply that degree and stay true to what I love, which at the time was surfing and skating. So I wanted to merge the two. I saw an enormous opportunity in that skateboarding was accounting for about somewhere between 30 and 45%, 50% of the amount of maple being harvested each year. So with the natural resources management background, coupled with my love for skateboarding, I figured I could start a company that could make a little bit of an impression on people and build an awareness around the use of natural resources. I had no idea it was going to amount to doing this 12 years later, but here we are manufacturing skateboards and having a deep impression on youth culture. Well, Comet Skateboards was started in around 1998, roughly. I was living on a small boat at the time, and some friends had a warehouse in San Francisco, partnered up with a friend that I'd been skateboarding a lot with at the time, and we started making skateboards and selling them to friends. Skateboards were being predominantly made with 7 plies of maple and sprayed with a lacquer-based coating and getting a sort of a plastic graphic ironed onto the bottom of them and shipped out to stores around the world. And so we wanted to redesign that process and look at what other materials could be used that could possibly last longer, be more applicable to the type of skateboarding that we were doing, and what kind of materials could be used in the future that could actually lead to the skateboard being a more sustainably built item. We moved to Ithaca to work with a material science company called E2E Materials, which is a startup out of Cornell University, and they specialize in regionally sourced biocomposite materials. They make their own soy-based resins and biocomposites that are incredibly strong and actually biodegradable.
It was pretty clear that Comet was the real deal. First of all, to up and move your business when you see an opportunity to create a greener product. That is pretty impressive to me. He's moving his business, his family, everything.
Since moving to Ithaca, we've really plugged ourselves into the Ithaca community. One of the first people we hired was Bob Rossi, who focuses, whose primary role in the company is to add to the sustainable visions that we're trying to execute on. He has a deep roots in the local scene.
I certainly wasn't hired at Comet for my skateboarding skills. I was working part-time as a web designer and part-time for a local green building company, so it was a good match. There's a lot of greenwashing out there, and I know the questions to ask, and Comet's approach is genuine.
We look at everything that we do through the lens of how can we affect positive change by creating a model for people to replicate in the futures. We'd like to think that it's a good place to work. Since we've been to Ithaca, we've had a 100% retention rate, so everybody who started working for us 2.5 years ago is still here working, and we feel like everybody we hire will probably continue to stay on the business. We like to think that there's the ability for people to grow with their ambitions, and right now we're focused on what we can do material-wise to integrate into skateboard designs that are not only sustainable but high performance, that drive the performance and the ability of the average common skater out there. We're raising the bar as far as quality is concerned, and we know that that's what's got to come first. You can't just preach a message of sustainability but have something that falls apart the next day under the rider's feet, because A, that's dangerous, it's a bummer, no one wants to deal with a broken board, so we have to make sure that we have our quality top notch and we're keeping people stoked. We know that in the grand scheme of things we're a small company, but through the ubiquitous means of getting the message out through the internet, video, music, etc., photography, we know that we can actually have a broad footprint and make the idea of sustainability and social justice appealing to a broader market. And that's exciting to us because it's not about how much money we're going to make at the end of the year, it's about how much impact that we're going to have as a company moving forward. You know, we see a lot of companies come and go. People make a lot of money and their company gets swallowed up and it's gone. For us, we'd like to think that we're creating the blueprint for a company that'll be around for 100, 200 years. So, you know, that's ultimately what it's all about. At the end of the day, we're making skateboards and we don't want to bum anybody out, so it's got to be really good stuff.